All right, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we need to talk about the characters today, right? Nayuta, Liberalio, and Chime. Today, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the gameplay and the brief description we have for them. We actually do have gameplay of these characters from the JP side, which I didn't actually get to see, but we're going to be able to look at it and then kind of get an idea of what these characters are doing. From again the brief description, and then also like their cooldowns and what they have to offer and all that stuff. Now, before we get into that, one, make sure you guys subscribe. Let's try to get 300 likes for the 3rd anniversary. Thank you guys so much for the support lately. And I have news. Your boy ended up passing his, I guess in some of you guys' countries, a permit, whatever, by G1. Your boy's about to be driving in that whip with Drake. I'm telling you. And now I'm not talking about, yeah, she said, "Do you love me?" I tell her only. I'm talking about that vroom 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 Drake. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what these characters do. So obviously, when it comes to Nayuta, she is a Burst 2 supporter. I'm very curious because I did see a single comment with a few upvotes saying she's a 40-second cooldown character. But we're gonna take a look and see what that's like. But Nayuta is a Burst 2 supporter, Wind submachine gun. The great thing about this update is that Wind probably just got the biggest buff of their life. Because they already had the best Burst 1 character in the game and the strongest, like one of the top 3 strongest DPSs in the game, which was Scarlet Black Shadow. So now to get Nayuta, who is a Burst 2 Wind supporter, and then to also get Little Mermaid, who's probably another super strong Wind DPS, Wind really is now just going to be the best team, I want to say. Right? Especially since from what I'm hearing, again from my comment section, what it says here as well, she heals, right? Nayuta replaces Helm. If that's the case, that's quite crazy. Because the biggest thing with Helm, right? If we're talking about, before we get into this, if we're talking about what Helm lacks, I feel like the only thing Helm really lacks is, realistically, it's not damage too much because she can put up okay numbers, but like damage is a bit of it, and her healing. Unless you use her burst skill, her healing's atrocious, right? I don't want to just have a character who can proc the effect for crown. I would rather have a character who actually can heal as well, because that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a look at her skills. So it says, Nayuta is a supporter who enhances both her own and her allies' attack power, right? And heals HP through memory absorption, which is already, that right there is crazy because that's literally what Helm and Crown does. Like that first effect, skill effect right there is kind of a fusion of what Crown and Helm does, so literally. And then it says her burst skill increases allies' attack power and deals massive damage to multiple enemies. Now, my thing is, what I'm hoping is, if she is a 40-second cooldown character, that's a different story. But if she is a 20-second cooldown character, I'm hoping that her burst skill is better than Crown's, because I think this character is gonna put up dumb numbers, right? I think this character is actually gonna put up insanely high numbers. Now, when it comes to the next character we have to look at, which is the free SSR Chime, wherever she is, right here, right? Chime is a character who this is a free character, but she's a supporter iron submachine gun burst 2 character as well, right? The thing about her, it says Chime is a supporter who enhances her king's attack power, right? And then it says her burst skill dramatically. I've never seen Nikke use that word, so I'm very excited for that. But it says her burst skill dramatically increases her king's attack power. Now my thing is, this character, I hope that she's a very, very good support, right? Like, we need like a free-to-play version of Crown, and I think Chime might be that character, especially since it's the first time I've ever seen Nikke say a character dramatically. That word is so strong, it's crazy, right? Dramatically means it's going up like 200%. Well, not like the actual attack, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you have like a all out 100%. Nah, this is like 200% type thing, right? My only thing is, I feel like this character should be a burst 2 that re-enters the burst 2 stage just because of lore, right? There should be no reason why she's supposed to be like helping out characters and stuff like that. And she doesn't re-enter the burst 2 stage, especially if, I don't know if the king is specifically Crown. I'm just assuming whoever the highest attacking character on your team is, that's who that's supposed to be, right? And then if we go to Miss Liberalio, which we got to find her because they, revealed her a bit later on, which is right here. Go ahead and, oh, I missed it. It was right there. So yeah, she's a sniper rifle win burst 3 attacker, but it says Liberalio is an attacker whose skills effects changes depending on who her target is, which is sure, right? It looks like her skill 1 and her skill 2 are giving her passives as well, because like you see the up arrows and whatever. And then it says her burst skill increases her attack power and deals massive damage to multiple enemies. I'm hoping this character is just a glorified Scarlet Black Shadow, because I think that's what we need. I wouldn't be surprised if Liberalio ended up being the strongest DPS in the game, right? I feel like she could get that. We do need to go to the JP live stream, which I did set up here. And then we have to like kind of watch this right here, right? So this is the team they're running, right? Modernia, Chime, Nayuta, Red Hood, and Lil Mermaid. Now, I didn't actually see this, so let's take a look and see what this is looking like for, you know, I guess our players here. Okay, so if she is a 40, we'll be able to know if she's a 40-second cooldown from this right here, because there's no other burst 2. Besides Chime, I guess, right? But it depends. If Chime is a 20-second character that doesn't re-enter the burst 2, then that's a different story, right? So this is against the Queen. Okay, so there's Little Mermaid, right? Sure. There's Chime. That's her burst skill animation? You know what's so crazy? They changed that. I don't remember where I remember I know I seen it because I had it in a YouTube video, I think. I don't remember when, but she had a different burst skill animation. She was like running through gold and stuff like that, right? That was who her burst skill animation was. They changed it. Let's see. Okay, so she does re-enter. Okay, Chime re-enters the burst 2, right? Because you see Nayuta and Red Hood. So Chime does re-enter burst 2. That's good. Her burst skill animation, the Hands of God is crazy. It's crazy. Hands of Zxous for real. And then here's Red Hood. Okay. So what can we learn from this showcase? They need to go to Nayuta because I'm not seeing anything from Nayuta. So actually let me go back there because nobody on this team heals. I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of it, just because like, if you guys take a look at Red Hood, Chime is healing, or not Chime, Nayuta's healing Red Hood 24k there. That's barely anything higher than what Helm had, right? So I'm hoping her healing is a decent. I'm hoping it's better, but we'll see. And it doesn't look like it's as efficient. It looks like after a certain amount of attacks, right? Okay, what was that? Did she heal herself there? Sorry. What did she just heal herself? 24k, so it's not looking like it's drastic. What's her damage though herself actually? I want to see. Is she a strong DPS? 204k right there. Okay. Okay, so okay, we'll see here. Is she a 40-second cooldown character? Because how are we gonna, okay, Red Hood just used her burst skill. How are we gonna go back into a burst skill? She's not a 40-second cooldown character. So I don't know what people are talking about. People are like, oh, she's a 40-second cooldown character. How? If Red Hood is on cooldown and Red Hood used her burst skill right after her, how would she be on a 40-second cooldown? Or she's on a 40-second cooldown and has an effect that comes back to 20 seconds. Because I don't know, maybe like the Japanese people said, like maybe they said she has a 40-second cooldown. Like, you know, because I can't understand what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they said that and that's where people pick that up. But where do you see that? I don't see a 40-second cooldown. So my whole thing is, if she isn't a 40-second cooldown, right, does she compete with Crown? Because a lot of people's whole thing in my comment section, well, a few people's was like, well, no, they used her with Crown, so clearly she's not replacing Crown, she's just replacing Helm. But my whole logic was, on the global side, I thought they only did that to showcase the skins. I'm not being funny, but the people on the global side, when it comes to the teams they show, it's always with the characters who have the new skin. Little Mermaid and Crown are two characters that got a new skin, so of course they're going to be on the team. So it just looks like they replace Helm, but I don't know. Maybe that's Cope, but it's clearly she's not a 40-second cooldown character. So I don't know. Chime does re-enter the burst too. I do need to see what Chime does. It seems like Chime just gives like a crazy attack. Right? And then Modernia's burst skill, right? Yeah, she's not a 40-second cooldown at all. We'll see. She's not on a 40-second cooldown at all. Okay, Red Hood would be the strongest on. What's the damage here? What's the healing? Sorry? It's going too fast. What's the healing? I don't like the healing number. It's way too low. It's not even way too. It's just the same thing as Helm's. Her healing is generally just the same amount as Helm's, and Helm even gives more healing when you use her burst skill. But then again, Helm is an off-field burst skill, so you're never using her burst skill like that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, right? We'll see. I want to see what her damage. Okay, right there, I seen it. What was her damage? Go back to her. 176,000. So to mobs, that's probably gonna be great. It's probably like Dorothy EXE. EXE. Dorothy EXE. It's probably like Dorothy from the 0.5 Annie, right? Where it's just AoE every few seconds. Yeah, that's what I can assume. Wait, does her is she hit hard herself? She's hitting about 2,000 here. I'm just gonna hope she's not geared. Because she's a supporter. I'm not expecting her to hit god numbers, but the way that's making this character, either she has the craziest buffs and she's like a sub DPS, or like that's probably what she is. She probably just has the craziest buffs and she's a sub DPS. Or they're just not geared, like not like how we think. Because I'm not being funny. Even Little Mermaid is doing such. Go to Red Hood. Let me see. I will know if this geared or not by Red Hood's damage. Go to Red Hood. Okay, Chime. Here, let's see what Chime does. If Chime has any cool effects or anything like that. Nayuta's on a bro. She's on a 40. It's a 20-second cooldown, y'all. She's on a 40-second cooldown. I don't know what people are talking about. So she could replace Crown, because you don't need two of them. I understand that obviously this character seems like she's going to replace Helm specifically. So if you do want to run Crown and Helm, or Crown and Nayuta, that's probably the play of the day. Because Crown's buffs are still crazy, right? At the end of the day, I don't really like hope they replace Crown. I don't mind if they make it that Nayuta and Crown are being used together, because I just see that being crazy buffs, depending on what her buffs are. We'll see when it comes out. But for the way they're making it seem like is that we're about to enter a like easy mode of Nikke. The way Nayuta and Crown, they're making it seem like her Little Mermaid and Crown, bro, we're about to enter peak Nikke. Okay, but go to Red Hood so I could just see the damage. W burst skill. Oh, 200k. Yeah, no. Hold on. So Nayuta might hit hard then. If Red Hood is in her burst skill, right? And she's only hitting 200k with that right there. And Nayuta's AoE is doing like 200k as well. Hold on then. Nayuta might be very powerful. Okay, let's go to Liberalio. I wonder if they showed her, because this is no Liberalio gameplay at all. I wouldn't know though, right? Because okay, so they do show Liberalio like later, like they did that type of reveal as well. But they don't do any gameplay for her, do they? So I don't know if we could see any gameplay for Miss Liberalio. Because I don't see any gameplay for her at all. Right? Okay, let's go to the global side then, and then let's just take a look at this right here. Her little gameplay here. So you guys already see her thing is different, right? Her charging, her everything about her scope as a sniper rifle is different. Okay. So definitely an AoE burst skill. So it looks like she has additional damage there, right? Like, look, if you take a look at her normal attack, let me show you guys. When she hits someone with her normal attack, it'll do one shot and then have like 3 or 4 like ice beams attacking them afterwards. Look. You see? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then let me go back to her brief description. Sorry. Depending on, so okay, so her burst skill hits AoE, but her normal attacks probably don't. Right? Her normal attack seems to hit single target. I mean, it is a different scope as well, right? I'm curious to see how she operates, because this is a new thing for her, right? She's a sniper rifle with a new thing as well. Both these, like both Liberalio and Nayuta are gonna have different skill effects, and that's just like what's like they're not different skill effects, but they're just having like, this is like that unique aspect of the character. I do want to go back to Nayuta because there was something that I did notice, right? When it came to Nayuta, right? She got leaked, right? The thing is, when she was in her shooting pose, right? She had like somewhat of like an after image when she was in her cover. So let's see. So after that hits, what, 250%? Then she goes crazy. And then she also stacks up on something because this just got a different line as well. Probably the buff she's giving. To try. Right? I'm gonna assume that. I shall bear alone. Oh, hold on. Go back. Okay, she does turn black and white. That's so cool. When she goes in her burst, she's black and white. But you guys see this sign right here is changing. I don't know what it does, but it's changing. I think, oh yeah, it's just changing. Is she gonna be OD? She's healing consistently here though. Somewhat. Yeah, look, that green stuff at the bottom, she's healing somewhat consistently there. Okay. So from what we learned, Chime re-enters the burst too. Nayuta is a 20-second cooldown character, guaranteed, because there's no 40-second. I'm only saying that because, again, I said people say she's a 40-second cooldown, but in the gameplay, she's 20 seconds, as clear as day, right? But I don't know what if like the Japanese players who were there, like if they said she's a 40-second cooldown character. I don't know, because I don't understand the language. Liberalio has additional damage or multiple additional hits when she uses her sniper rifle, which is going to be very fun to see. How they make it, because like one thing about sniper rifles, especially these Pilgrim ones lately, they've tried to make them more usable than like, because people don't like using snipers, right? It's just like they tell themselves, people just don't like using sniper rifle characters. People don't even like sniper rifle characters, but the way they kind of compensate it is just by making sniper rifles easier to use, like kind of what they did with Cinderella as well. Like she's a rocket launcher, I know, but Cinderella, after you do the first hit, all her attacks are auto. Red Hood and her burst skill, all her attacks are auto. So I wonder what they're gonna do with Liberalio to make her sniper rifle kind of have that quality of life for players who don't actually like it. That's one. There wasn't much on Liberalio, literally, so I can't tell you that much. But Nayuta is a healer. Seems to be putting up high numbers if Red Hood in a full burst is hitting 260k, and then with her burst skill active, and then Nayuta is hitting 206k with her AoE active. You get what I'm saying? It kind of goes to show how strong this Nayuta character might be, right? Especially as a sub DPS. She does have the healing. I do think realistically, it depends on who has the better burst skill. It's probably still going to be Crown because Crown gives a shield, and like throwing away Crown's shield is just going to be hectic. But I think we're about to witness the scariest team, which is literally just going to be monstrous trio, but no more helm, and you have Nayuta in there, right? But I think what's going to be even crazier is the water composition, right? Because the water team is then going to be Little Mermaid, Crown, Helm as your actual on-field burst 3, who's still giving you the support she gave as an off-field burst 3. This time we're using her burst skill, Nayuta, and then the Summer Dorothy. So I feel like that water composition now with Nayuta as well, now that Helm is the actual on-field burst 3 with that comp, is going to be a bit scary. I'm glad Chime re-entered the burst skill too, and I can't wait to use her and Crown together. I hope that when it says the King's Power, it's not towards Crown. I doubt it, because in the showcase they didn't even use her with Crown. So it's probably whoever has the highest attack. And if it says that she dramatically increases their attack power, and Red Hood was barely higher than Nayuta in damage in a sense, right? This is just from what I'm seeing, right? But if she was barely higher than Nayuta in damage and she had Chime's buff, I wonder how strong Nayuta is going to be. But we just have to wait. It is currently Sunday, so most likely, because the update is on Wednesday at night, I think what's going to happen is either Monday or Tuesday night, we're going to get Chime's skills effect, right? They're probably going to do hers first, and then they're going to hit us with Nayuta's the following morning, and then we're going to get Liberalio's probably like sometime mid-maintenance, right? So during the maintenance, they always do it. I don't know why they always do it like that, but they do, right? Obviously, anything can change, but we will see. But you guys let me know what you think. Which of all three of these characters are you most excited for? I am definitely most excited for Nayuta, and I'm really excited for Liberalio as well. I don't necessarily need a Win DPS, but Win did need like another strong DPS, because obviously after Scarlet Black Shadow, it's Asuka, I would say, and you can't get her, right? And obviously, Liberalio might be stronger than Scarlet Black Shadow, right? Scarlet Black Shadow is a very powerful character, but Liberalio could easily pass that, because all Scarlet has to offer is nothing but damage, right? Liberalio could give you all of that and more, possibly. So we could see for that. And then again, Nayuta, I am hoping Nayuta is the best character in the game, right? It's not really hard for them to replace Crown, but at the same time, it is. Right? Even if Crown and Nayuta are still on the same team, I hope that Nayuta does become the new best character in the game. I think we should deserve that. I mean, not really, because Rappy's the best character in the game right now, and she came out this year, so it wouldn't be crazy. But it seems like, yeah, 2025 definitely got the best batch of characters, right? 110%, which I guess only makes sense, right? But you guys let me know what you think, who you guys are most excited for. Again, subscribe, 300 likes, and see you guys next one. I'm out. Peace.